Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate at the Journal Nest in Australia and welcome. How are you? I'm leaving a pause there because I usually race on and say I'm so excited, but I am so excited. Are you feeling excited that it's nearly the weekend? Or whatever day you're watching on this, I'm hoping that you are enjoying your crafting and making art. So today is favorite things, and I have baskets in baskets, and it's our big reveal of favorite things. So I'm going to put this basket away. I'm giving you a hint. Second hint. Third hint. And the big reveal. I asked you if you had time to send in for me 3 of your favorite things that you like to use in journals. Now, this is very, very new for Kate. I've never tried to show you text before, and I might be going out of frame, but I'm coming up closer and closer. So I want to say thank you, thank you. Look at this magnificent list of things that you love to use in your journals. And I thought for beginner and just starter outers, this might be a great compilation, but for experienced journalists or journalers, it also could be a source of challenge. You know, what would we like to do? So we're going to race through some of these favorite things. I hope you can just, oh gosh, now I don't want to make you dizzy. Just freeze that and do a screenshot if you know how to do that. I don't, but you know, that's there. That's a pouch, of course. And I thought I'd grab a journal that wasn't completed, and let's talk about some of the things on your list. What was common to many of you was old doilies and lace. Others liked random words and numbers. For the first time, someone mentioned old photographs, and I haven't used any of those, so I found this was gifted to me, an old postcard with a photo on it. So that's my little sewing packages. Then there were things like flowers, eclectic cards, and if you've been with me, you would know that I've been trying to make them. Combinations of fabric. I've mentioned doilies, haven't I? And what else was it that I was, oh, lots of different papers, brown paper, and where was it? See, okay, it's already lost them. Quite a lot of mentions of papers that people have made themselves. This is my messy pile of experiments. But I thought I haven't used those. Well, I always say I'm going to, but maybe that's a challenge. So today is about, let's put some of those favorite things on the list into practice to help finish this journal. So dragonflies were mentioned a lot, birds and butterflies. Okay, I had birds out and they've gone already. Oh, flowers. I thought gifted flowers. I haven't bought any of those, but let's have a look in there. And some numbers. I do like that reminder. Oh, and someone said treasured secret compartments. So this is the journal where I have this secret compartment at the beginning. And let's just, so moving, no, that's not going to fit. We need that to be a secret compartment. And I did think that because many of you mentioned lace and doilies, whether together we could whip up something nice for the back of this journal. What do you think? You're saying yes? So I'm thinking that if I use this bit of old lace as a belly band, and is that too big a piece? I don't think so. I think it adds to the treasure feel. So let's quickly cut this, and again I want to say that I couldn't be doing this without your feedback. And one of the most lovely things I'm hearing is that many of you have been re-inspired to get the slow stitching out. Honestly, up and down is running stitch. Many people are calling it, well, it's always been called cantha, but don't get worried about if you don't know particular stitches. So I'm just going to do 2 rows, and look at that beautiful effect already. Some lace with some stitching. I'm going to hurry because I like things in 3, so it's going to be 3 rows, and that will secure it beautifully. And we're going to think about some secret compartments. I love that. And it was great too that you shared the bits and pieces around you that you can't, that you really love, like the paper cutter, which I call the chopper, and the corner clipper. I think that's, I don't know if that's called it right or not. Okay, so Kate didn't pin and it's come out wonky, but that's okay. All right, so let's just, I hope you're crafting along with me. I have to say too that I found out this week that one of my journals and pouches who'd flown all the way over the ocean has arrived safely in her new home, and I'm just so delighted when I hear that they've made it and that they will be cherished. I'm working on a series, and if I can get organised, I will get them back up in my shop. Okay, 1, 2, 3. See, I didn't even, you don't just get a needle and some thread, get your lace and your doilies, and let's see what we can make. You don't have to be a sewer. Yeah. So this is going to be eclectic and rambling today. I'm just thinking that I did like to feature that type, and maybe this, no, I think it has to go there. So I will glue that down later, just one underneath all of it, and that will stay there. This little word harmony is sticking out here, and let's see if we've got a little piece of something that could just go in there. Brown paper you said you liked. Okay, working backwards, here's our, this is like a secret compartment, so that needs something in there. I've done this before when I've made birthday cards. I like putting it an envelope and putting some numbers in there as a little surprise and treasure. Okay, we wanted to work some of these other favorite things in, and it is about adding interest and texture and curiosity. Okay, first gluing of the day. Let's see how far the sticky fingers get. I will actually lean this quite unusually for me on a piece of paper. So people will wonder, oh, what's that 3 stand for? It doesn't stand for anything in particular, but it might spark a memory. All right. So a lot of this journal is up to the dressing point. I like that this has got some journal opportunity there, but we need to decorate the front. So let's continue the theme, and that lace is just sitting there. How do you use, see, I don't use lace very much at all, but when I saw so many of you wrote it down, I thought, okay, well that's good learning for me as well. So I've just stuck that down there. Of course, I've already glued, made a mess there. So a little piece of glue there. And what about the old stapler as well? Can still be open like a little baby booklet. Okay, so that's a card. This is, okay, random words and eclectic tags was something that was shared. I made this the other day, and it may not end up in here, but let's just look at the power. No, I like it being a bit more mysterious. Oh, there's a number. What's that doing there? Put that out. Actually, let's put a number 5 in there. I want to make a secret compartment in a moment. Oh, actually, there's one there. Oh, no, that's a belly band. I've got all these bits and pieces that we can use. All right, I want to put, let's start putting some pretty things on. So, again, not many people mention stickers, and I suppose that was an interesting one because I don't use stickers at all, but the only flowers I have are either out of magazines. Someone mentioned Edith Holden, and I do love those illustrations. And in fact, that's a little scrap out of an old one there. So this is Kate being random and having such fun with you. As I said, I hope you are crafting along with me. So this piece of paper was just sitting over there, and I thought, why don't we combine flowers with painted and dyed paper. That's clear, and we need a big pocket. I don't feel like doing any, I might actually. Let me see. I always get my size of my pockets. Yeah, okay, a cardstock was mentioned quite a few times, and for me, again, it's probably one of those items that I do buy new, but I don't find it very much like this in a thrifting shop. Oops. Should have had my chopper out, but I haven't. Okay, so I'm going to stick that down there. Have I already stuck it? Feels like it, but do it again. And I would probably later go to the sewing machine and go around there, but that looks like a lovely surprise when you open that page. Okay, this has come off. Got 2 pockets in a row, but we want to make this one look different. Okay, let's think about this photo. This is random. Washi tape. I don't think you've ever seen me use washi tape, but it was mentioned as well. I know it's not always strong enough, but oh, do I want to cover brighten up? I might, because actually that might take our minds to somewhere literal. When I love the idea of, again, I'm saying this, but it's not always the way, but I like the sense that a journal can be timeless and can be applicable to anyone. And with that amazing list of favourite things, I'm sure all of us can be making journals efficiently and without worrying. See, I don't do this very often with washi, and I know some reinforce with glue as well because it doesn't last, but for the purpose of this, with that little bit of stripe there, not stripe, okay, gingham, I think it's called. All right, so a little flap. I'm going to open the page and go, and little thing here. What about that? So this is the layering approach so much that, yeah, that matches that. This idea of card, photo, old writing paper here. I've got a lot of pockets in this one, haven't I? So it may indeed be time to do some things differently. I feel like we need oh, that's right, a wonder flip. I wonder if I could do something like that very quickly. So I made these when I was working on the other journal, but when you're in the eclectic, you can move everything around before you commit. So I'm hesitating. Yes, I love that saying hope. It's not old paper, so we could glue it onto something else. Okay, what are you thinking about doing? Okay, first thing is you don't like, actually, it's not even real. Let's not mess around with that. Let's find some old paper. On my list, I think many of us were saying the same thing, but using different words, and I really liked that, so I chose to keep it. So, of course, I'll come back here. So, if we look at this, antique doilies, and old doilies, and vintage doilies, they can mean all the same thing, but I loved that we look at it in different ways. So antique lace, old lace, vintage paper, vintage papers, small compartments, stamps. Oh, I haven't talked to, and jelly grungy. This is I've only done it a couple of times, but there's so many videos, YouTubes on using jelly printing to make your own paper. So I would really encourage you, if you don't have access, and you can just print without a jelly plate. All right. Layer upon layer, I'll put that nest up there. Okay, I'm liking how this is coming together. So what are we combining here? Brown paper, old book page, afraid I just had this here because I didn't mind combining a little strip of that. I have had some people mention, you know, do I find it hard to rip up? Well, I do, but even in the ripping, I'm a little bit like, what's her name? Marie Kondo or something. It's Joy. But say, this has been said goodbye to. No one's going to love this as much as me caring as, no, that sounds conceited, but do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm loving and looking at this piece of old doilian lace and treasuring it enough to go into a journal that in turn will be passed on and loved. So even if it's a scrap, it has more life sometimes than as a whole. I hope you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so there we are. So that's all about a little bit of a surprise. Oh, I forgot you have to allow enough space, and that is too big. So just cut that down, and in fact, very crooked tear. That's that. Just wish I could find my birds and butterflies. I put them out to be so organized for me. Forgot to change my chair. This is a creaky one. Julie, hands up in despair. I can find flowers. Can't even find the butterflies. Well, I have some butterflies here. Oh, there's one. A lovely person has cut these out already from a magazine. In her gift. All right, so there's 3 butterflies. Let's see. So let's have a butterfly over the photo. And we'll have one down in the bottom. I could use 3, but I'm not going to. So butterflies flying away that way. Okay, this is where we got to. Remember, I wanted to use this. It does have a secret compartment. Okay, let's do that. When we were making this, I said at the time, it's not naturally my floral, because this is floral and then an eye, but you know, hey, what if you go, oh, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And, oh, okay, this is where, what about that? What do you think? Left eye prism base. Is that too literal? I do think so. So I'm just doing some collage if I've gone quiet. Just thinking that while I love that concept, it's too literal for me. So we're thinking surprise. And something out here as well. So there we go. I really hope that if you ever get stuck for where to start, just make random things. Do a, as we talked the other day, do a, what are they called? Masterboard. I'll just do a collage. And I've got all these, so I should show you. This isn't a, well, it's a basket, but it's an old tin container. But these are all just sitting here in front of me. And if nothing else, and I can't think of anything, I can just play lucky dips with myself, which I love doing. And put that there. Got there. All right, how are we doing? Got that under there. Something needs to be tucked in there. Secret compartments. Come on. I want a few more of those, you know, where you join the pages together. Well, that, I haven't got anything in that secret compartment. Let's put that in there, because the tag, people will wonder, oh, what's going on in there? Can we do that? Pretty plain. We've got this really, it's going to be too big, really big random envelope pockets. See, I'm starting to pull everything down because my fingers are not happy with what they're up to. I mean, they're very happy with what they're up to, but it doesn't feel that I have enough layers. So let's make that a little foldy outy bit. I don't want to take away the writing. Let's go under there. Let's go under there. And that can be a surprise when we pull that out. What haven't we used? It's a little bird card that can sit in there. As I said, dragonflies here. Oh, I've got all these bits at the front. Okay, so we've got secret treasures. Oh, let's finish this one. That's right for there. Nope, not quite. What haven't we used that we said we would use? Well, we didn't say, we were just thinking of things on the favourite lists. Okay, so look, there's bits and pieces all over there. Treasures in our secret compartment. I'm just going down here. And please know, this is all off torn doilies, never thrown away. Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh. So how about that? This is ending up being quite an, what's the word? Different sort of journal, because it's already inspired by what you, okay, that was a little tag there. This is the beginning of the second signature. And that's just a deco page. Needs to go here. I'm going to slow stitch around there. Oh, come on, I want, sorry, I'm not frustrated, I'm just so excited that I'm overthinking. because originally I was going with this secret compartment. I was thinking there's something absolutely beautiful in there. And that little lace isn't big enough. But if I put, oh, that matches, a flower sticker in there, you might be able to see me, but I don't think I've got enough light colour ones left. A number. Let's go a 5. For my friend, my friend's special book, I put her birthday numbers in the front, and I made her a little card as well. So I suppose I'm at one of my favourite parts of the journal journey, which is what I call dressing. Putting our accessories on. Excuse me. It's a sunny day here. Blue sky, beautiful, but a little bit of wind. The tree outside my window has nearly lost all its leaves. Now, that mightn't be the right glue, but let's just pretend, because I will come back. But look at, hope that looks nice. That's too plain. What do you make your secret compartments out of? I'm struggling, so I'm just going to keep dressing while I think about all these things. That's the wrong proportion. That's not dressed enough. Well, that's a little tiny tuck there as well. Okay, kindness matters. Okay, what if we hid that somewhere and you can't read it? Oh, and that's nice because that's the center of that signature. So I am starting to really like putting layer upon layer. Okay, let's resolve this. Okay, we haven't used enough of these bits. How about that? A little short, but I don't think it matters. I'm going to, yeah, it's okay. I'm going to do a staple. Might be testing, the friendship, because it's pretty thick. Yeah, no, too much. Let's get out the tape. Oops. So I do want to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed. It's an absolute thrill, and the blessing I just want to send back to you, because every time that little number goes up and someone writes a comment, it just is such joy. So thank you, and I mean that sincerely. It's the nicest journey I've ever been on, because truly in my life I've I feel like I've made more friends in the shortest time, and that we can talk to each other. And when you tell me that you're trying new things or going back to things that you used to do, I really, really love that. Because that's what it's about. Not, oh, look at that disaster. Disaster. It's not a disaster, but I think I need some thicker tape. And as I said, I don't use washi much, but because I saw it mentioned on our list, I know many people start with scrapbooking. I've never done that, but I think washi is used a lot in that. I may be completely wrong. I'm very happy to be corrected. But I do see a lot of people talking about their washi tape collections. I think that's why I don't use it very often. Okey-doke. Oh, we're nearly there. Photos. Have I got any more photos? No, but oh, here we go. I haven't used any of this paper, and I do like that bit. What could we do? It needs a page extension. I'm just reaching up to my big nest. Actually, I haven't seen any of my French dictionary. If I can just share something that made me smile. One of you said, do you really need all the dictionaries and books that you have? And I said, absolutely. It's a dictionary and the font is just so rich. Okay, now that's thin. Just want a plain piece of thicker paper. And please remember, if you have only copy paper, make some coffee or tea, let it soak or cover it all up, and before you know it, it comes out like this. And it just gives that instant character and the vintage look, if that's what you're after. Oh, look at that side. Okay, and just stick that there like that. And I'm not worrying about making it a tuck. Put that right in there. And because I was thinking about this, wasn't I? But see, now there's not enough contrast. I just like that this says hope, so that's why I want to use it. Horizontal and hope. Okay, so this is the piece of paper that wasn't backed. That's as accurate as I'm going to be. We're just going to stick that down. Inside. Bet you can tell me where my double-sided tape is faster than I can. And here it is. So what's happened? That slipped down. On two tiny pieces. That's what I'm trying to use. I wouldn't mind using a yellow flower. And you just have to wait till next time to see me use the birds. how not to glue. We'll just re-glue that again. Wait, I was trying to spare you watching this, but anyway, yeah, that's all. So I can't find my spiky tool. There we are. So in totally the backward order. Being stuck to that as a little pocket, and this should be sticking to that. And now it is. Maybe I forgot to put the glue on it. A little tuck there as well. Okay. Let's see how far we've got. I haven't used that paper, but it's not calling my name. Although I do think that little card can be surrounded. Oh, I need a bit of colour behind it. This is that little flippy card I made. So I'm wondering what your process is for finishing off a journal or making one. Okay, I can tick the box and say I've used my corner cutter now. And just remembering, others did mention using distress inks. So I'm doing that because there's a bit of white showing around the edge. That's all it takes. I can go in there. Right, I'm just going to have one desperate look around to see if I can see my birds. This is part of Kate that can't settle because she said she was going to use them. I've got the numbers, I've got random words, but I haven't got birds. Oh. So that one has to be something that we can come back to. All right, let's tidy. There's my pouch. I hope you've, even if you're not a sewer, if you can, you know, have a look at Slow Stitching YouTubes and Rachel and Sarah's Journal of Stitchery, which I've joined just literally 2 weeks ago, maybe. I don't know, I did a video last weekend and I'm just loving it because it's so simple and goes, I think it's so complementary with what we do. Okay, still haven't resolved this front, although I thought, could I be brave and see if one of my ideas is going to work with you. I could find my little baby nest here. Okay, I have had questions about machining, and I do machine through that hard layer, and it only stopped because the bobbin ran out, and I thought I'll just wait and see. Okay, never before attempted by me can I physically go through with my needle. No, I cannot. Okay, so that's the quick answer. Do I need a little bit of hand here? No, I'm not going to play with that. So I do have this ready if we want to add some things. this bit here, I've decided does not belong. There we are, but we've got a nice bit of, let's put some daisies in here as a treasure. What about, thinking if I've got a tiny word. These were gifted. Oh, look at that, glory. So we've got a number, we've got some lace for the person to use, and I usually have a little butterfly. Oh. And I was just thinking of connecting that butterfly, but for the moment that can go in there like that, treasure pocket. All right, flipping through, surprise, secret tag, not secret tag, I've got that word on my mind. Let's go some time, and here's something I haven't yet. Let's swap these over. Let's put it there. No. Time is, yeah, if we leave it sticking out like that, maybe that's more curious. Big card there, something in here. Oh, and this one's got numbers on it, so let's adapt this to the right size. Paste that bit down. So this way we've got a random number, not out of a magazine, but off a pattern, and we've got a random word, hotel. I've managed to, yep. Okay. There's a little journaling card that was made from the storyboard, masterboard. I'm thinking also, just bear with me, let's see if we can use, I think my mum gave me this. I think she saw it at our Spotlight stores, and knowing that I liked butterflies, picked it up for me. I think it's to be used in other ways, but it's okay making it up on the spot. Oh. Go down here. Okay, so I've got a butterfly there. I'm going to tie a knot. I'll leave the string really long because I don't know where that's going to end up, but that would be a nice curiosity. It's like she's flying. We will find out. So that's going there. Still too much of that eye. I want a word or a flower or something. Okay, this may not last. let's make the eye flower. And let's use so this is also the way that you can easily connect things, and I know many of you are way more experienced than me, but again, if we're watching just for ideas and to help each other out, this piece of paper I've used somewhere else down there. Really like that, really like that. That's just curiosity. Do like this, but I don't like that being plain. The dictionary. So again, my encouragement is just do you and just keep going. And I'm a random person, but we aren't all like me, and that's the best thing, because my method will drive some people crazy. And as I said, I'm just at the beginning of my journey, so I'm, well, on YouTube, we're sharing it, is what I'm trying to say, talking out loud to. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so here's a little envelope. I've got a tucker. No, that's right, that's just a page. You see what I'm thinking? I want to use this little envelope in here, but secret compartment wise, this one is a little bit of journaling paper in it. Okay, this is where I'll use some of my own dyed and painted paper. Let's put that in there. And the word kind. A little treasure pocket. And maybe this is the reward. Could go in there for getting to the end. I'm wishing that I'd already tucked that in for you. It's not quite the right proportion, but we will. Okay, what about a play envelope on envelope? Yep. So you don't realise how many little pockets you have to fill when you when you're finishing off. Okay, I really want to do this with you before I go. Okay, here's this plain. Yes, okay, this is very plain in here. So let's make it more interesting. So all I'm going to do, in fact, I'm going to staple. So that's just an offcut from that overdue library sort of. Oh, yep. Okay. Up here. Yeah. And then let's put that there. Yeah, and I'll forget that. Let's just put that under there. And so that very plain page is already more interesting. Okay, let's make this I always worry if people can actually write that way. Oh, but actually, what if that's a flip? So we go like that and we write underneath. Okay, we're on the home stretch. I love this part. Actually, I want that to go all the way up there, don't I? I probably need a different. Just thinking a little bit of stuff. Wondering where my butterfly will end up. Actually, maybe, who knows? Who knows? So I just put there because we need to finish up and just celebrate that all of that work has come from you sharing your favorite things. So I put them in alphabetical and see how you go. Let me know if that inspires you or you knew all of that all before. So this is Kate at the Journal Nest, using your favorite things to bring me joy today. Thank you so, so much. And I hope you can, that's a random word there, just doing a little tidy in the nest as I finish off. Okay, because it feels nice to finish. Finish nicely. And I will see you next time. Thanks for being with me. Sincerely, Kate. Bye.